What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video on the channel. And where did I even start with this one today? I was tossing and turning whether to actually do a video on this today, but managed to calm down, collected my thoughts, and I'm just going to put out there what I thought of today's game. There was a little bit of an extra buzz going into today's game, a 3 PM Saturday kickoff. I've not had it in a while, and the fact that it was against Aberdeen as well put an extra fire into it, and you're coming into this thinking, right, come on Rangers, let's get the job done. The team had no real surprises in it. The only thing that I questioned before it was, did we have enough physicality in the team, especially in that midfield three without Jack in there? Because what did you have? Arfield, Kamara and Davis. Arfield on his day, yes, but he's been inconsistent, as a lot of the team have been recently. But I was just questioning whether I had the physicality, because you know Aberdeen are going to come here, turn it into a fight rather than a football game, which they did succeed in doing pretty well. Aberdeen's tactics started right from the get-go when they've won the coin toss, got Rangers to swap sides, and it wasn't about the sun or anything. Usually we'd see teams do that, obviously because it would be a disadvantage to your keeper if he had the sun in his eyes, but I think it was just Aberdeen's tactics to try and get the Rangers players off their normal groove, because they're shooting opposite ways in first halves and anything small like that to try and get us off our game. So I'm sure, as you are all aware, the first half was not pretty at all. Aberdeen could have been 1-0 up after 3 or 4 minutes. A ball came into Cosgrove, and I've got no idea how he misjudged the ball, but it was a tap in for him from 6 yards out. And literally, I was staring up at Aberdeen attacking for the first 10-15 minutes rather than us having the ball, and like you'd normally do, trying to start off fast at Ibrox and get the fans on the players' side. Goldson and Katic today both looked nervous. I don't think any of them played particularly well. Well, particularly well was being pretty generous, to be honest. I thought Cosgrove done really well against the two of them today. Got his position in well, and he had Katic. This was one of his performances where you see what Gerard means about his passing ability, because the amount of times Katic nearly gave up the chance for them to go 1-0 up. Luckily, Alan McGregor done great, came out, timed it perfectly with diving in on Cosgrove's feet to stop them going 1-0 up. After a few misplaced passes from Katic in the first half, Gerard just stands right in front of me, and you literally see him, hands in his face, turning away going, oh my god. Now don't get me wrong, I've been Katic's biggest fan. I think he is our #1 centre-back, but today I just think he's had a major off day. But it seems like the full team are like that. Everyone seems low in confidence. The only pass mark that I would have gave today was McGregor, and it says it all when he's won our man of the match. But Cosgrove as well, like I say, he was good position, he played well, but he was constantly fouling, as he does. Again, lucky not to have picked up numerous yellow cards. Our main chance of the game, which was one of very few, was a lovely ball from Goldson, to be fair, in towards Alfredo. Joe Lewis came out, smothered it well, good save, and usually you would expect Alfie to be finishing that, but to be honest, I thought it was a good save. Kamara recently has actually been playing like a 50 grand player. I know we sang the song about him, but recently he's been really poor. I think he's off form, but the midfield three, like, who have we got as replacements? When Jack comes back, you've got Docherty, who's been sent away to Hibs. Who else have we got? McCrory's out on loan. I don't understand why you were letting players go out on loan for the defensive mid position, because I don't really know who else we've got in cover if the players that are in there currently are having a bad day or a bad couple of games. Katic put Arfield in a pretty bad spot, because again, another slack pass which sent Aberdeen through. They would have been through, I think it was 3-on-2 on goal, so Arfield had to take the yellow card there for another Katic pass, and it was just a frustrating day of passing overall. There was just nothing clicking. Towards the end of the game, McGregor was again proving he was worthy of the man of the match with another few saves, but there was no real urgency, there was no midfield link-up. Towards the end of the game, there was only Davis, who was the only true centre mid that we had on the pitch, so we took a defender off, went 3 at the back, we kind of throwing everything forward. We had Hadji and Kamberi on, but I think the shape went a bit, like, because Kamberi and Hadji aren't really used to, well, they've only been in the door a day, pretty much, haven't they? So they've not had much time to work on shapes, work on formations, but it was not pretty to see at all. From like the 80th minute as well, just like to point this out as well, because I had a few little boys on Twitter moaning about this. I did put a tweet out saying about fans leaving early in the last 10 minutes. I totally understand people that have got things on, or you have to go for X amount of reasons, but people that just want to leave just because, or we're not going to score a goal in the last 10 minutes, that's something that I personally will never understand, that mentality. Why not stay until the end and support the team on, because there can be a goal in the 94th minute, but I think the players sometimes looking at the stands at later stages of the games will be like, oh, feeling a bit deflated about it. But of course, that doesn't take away from the fact that the players were shit today, and the fans have been there in unbelievable numbers, which they always are. It's not up to the fans to totally make the players play. The professional footballers playing for Rangers, they should light up the crowd, but all my point was about that was leaving early doesn't help the team. But one thing for sure, we're going to need to figure out what is going wrong and figure it out quickly, because we've got Hibs on Wednesday night, a game which isn't going to be an easy game, and currently as it stands, Celtic win their game in hand tomorrow against Hamilton, which you'd predict they would. You don't really see them dropping much points except to us, so after they win that, they'll go 7 points clear, which with their game in hand, if we win it, we're 4 points. So of course there is still 2 old firms, but if we keep up these type of performances, are we really not going to drop points to anyone else in the league? The winter break's coming up again is another huge talking point. Spent it in Dubai this time, you come back and the performance has been abysmal again after it. One thing that I kind of had an idea of course it's just an idea, you've got no idea what's going on, we're not into training sessions, but that's twice now that we've beat Celtic on the last day before going into a winter break. So are the players getting overhyped, getting overconfident, and then coming in and not performing and not fighting as they did before the winter break? Like, who knows, it's just an idea of mine, but let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. What goes wrong after our winter breaks? Now what we need to keep in mind is Tav is coming back, and it is no lying, it is no denying how much we have missed him. Like, Polster hasn't set a foot wrong in my opinion, he's done himself great, but I just think Tav just offers so much to this team, and it is so obvious to see when he's not been here, the missing from, like, Borna as well. He's been alright, he's still been okay, but today as well, I don't think anyone really got past marks except McGregor. I think that's fair enough to say, but it'll be interesting to see how much of a difference Tav makes when he comes back into the team, and of course a fully fit Ryan Jack. So that's all the opinions I'm going to give on the game right now. I can actually feel myself getting angry again while talking about it, and I'm sure you are all the exact same, but I'm going to go over to Twitter now and see some of the reactions that I had over there. The first person to react here was Thomas Lee, saying we need to learn how to become consistent, which you totally agree, everyone will agree on that. We look phenomenal one week, Barcelona-like, and then you just turn to absolute rubbish the next week. You've got Maxine here saying winter break has ruined Rangers, they have been dire since it finished, it is so evidently clear to see. You've got Nick Graham 1986 here saying for me this was always going to happen, there is an issue but I'm going mostly with it being mindset. There only is a couple of players in that team that know what it's like to win trophies. That is true, there's not many people. You've got McGregor, Davis, and who else off the top of my head can I think of quickly that has been recently that have won trophies. There's no one there, so a lot of people will be their mindset, and which leads into another point here of Toasty saying no balls, the first sign of pressure and they buckle, which can you argue with at this stage? I would love to argue with it and say nah, it's not that, but is it mentality at this stage of the season? One more comment here is from James saying players are too comfortable, they know they will play. Should have put Hadji and Kamberi on from the start to give them a kick up the ass that isn't needed. So that is a point, because we have a first 11 that we've been playing with. You look at other teams, you've always got a player right behind you that you're going, oh my god, he might take my spot if I'm not up to scratch today, and it's something that we've not really had. We've had it at the start of the season, but throughout the season you start to see who the regulars are, who the first team players are, but the bench has never really been that strong. But that's going to be all for this part of the video, guys. I appreciate you leaving a like, it helps the video massively if you have enjoyed it so far. But I'm just going to finish the video off by putting in a couple of clips that I got from inside Ibrox, a bit of the atmosphere, a bit of the having a go at the referee, shall we say. But that's going to be all for me in this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed the clips. We'll catch you in the next one.